good time? It's not bad. How's Jill doing?
Hi, Freddy.
She's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs. Good. Any word on Kupka's movements?
It's probably because Persona and Freddy were too close together. And probably there was a cooldown in between the two of them? I don't know.
Asking them to keep their eyes peeled for anything unusual. No leads yet. But it's only a matter of time. Right. Let me know when you find something.
There he is.
Oh, it's
All right,
Jim?
Clive. Still busy
Ashley
saving the world.
from Resident Evil 4? Oh, Ashley with the braid? Mid?
Get back.
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since
Mid?
Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria, all the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right. You win. How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her.
Your sister,
While
Leiss?
we are busy
No.
tracking down Kupka, we
I'm
should have a
pretty
little
sure
time to
she's related to Sid.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on.
You haven't heard of Mid before,
Fresh
right?
air.
Because you said they could have chosen a better name. They didn't, because Mid is actually a thing on Final Fantasy, on the previous Final Fantasies.
Otto, you got my guilt.
Like, for example,
What are you all about?
on Final Fantasy
Thank you
V,
for bringing Mid across.
Mid
She
was
said
the
you were
grandson
brave.
of Sid.
That little...
And on Final Fantasy Brave Exvius,
story
Mid
was
is
it?
the daughter of Sid.
I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Mid is always a relative to Sid, so yes. It's okay, we can see. Midadol Telamon. Midadol. That's her full name. Midadol. Student of engineering at University of Canberra, she is as well versed in the secrets of modern and fallen technology as any scholar in the Twins, and means to put that knowledge to use in the service of the Highway. The last name, though, what about it? Midadol. Bolus, an old friend of Otto's from his merchant seaman days, now serving as a ferryman between the shores of Benumer and Clive's Highway. Knowing him to be a trustworthy and tight-lipped fellow, Otto invited him to join their cause after Sid's death, that he and his trusty skiff may help them build and operate their new highway in the lake. Sidolphus Telamon. Oh, well, yeah, see? Mid is Sid's daughter. It makes sense. Makes sense to me. And the original Sid, not Clive Sid. Yeah.
You took your time.
Of course, I was
I'm a busy
explaining
man,
about your
mate.
name.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering, told me everything he knew about it, then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me, that one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well. If Sid could see you now. All right? I'll tell
Sid
Otto
could
you'll
see
be
you
staying.
now.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
No, thank
For
you.
me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Leiss, I don't know if you remember the thing where the courier lost all letters way back, and then
Where to
when we
start?
helped him, it was like,
Materials
he
and
doesn't talk
tools.
about his daughter.
That means Karen Blackthorn.
I'm pretty sure I did that off screen. I did not that on stream, I think. Yeah, but who's your mother? Well, do you know who else is blonde and was in a relationship with Sid and loved Sid? Eggs Benedict. No. Yes, and you refuse it. Sid had a kid with Benedicta. Sid betrayed Benedicta. Benedicta said, like, I don't want this kid anymore, and left her alone.
The little uns have been up to their old tricks again. Drawing on the deck
Give us
in
new
this time.
clothes. But we've no coin.
She's an orphan. Now she is because Benedict is dead and Sid is dead, so yes. She's an orphan now. I guess.
Was wondering where you'd got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Yeah, she has a
Just
list of
now.
material for you.
She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list. Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment,
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
But my
Indeed it
controller
would.
disconnected.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes in.
thank you, Karen.
I know you have no battery, but you're charging, come on. She's been an orphan for the past 5 years. True, but she was in school, so wasn't gonna see her parents anymore. Recharge your controller. It's charging, it's plugged in, what do you mean? If anything, you think he took his daughter away from her if that's her daughter, cause well, mother's a psycho. If that theory is true, wanted her to come along, but she's not listening. Could be.
Blackthorn, you busy?
Yes.
What's it look like?
I have a commission for you. From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Here, you need this.
Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Tell her I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt. That just leaves
During
the
their deaths,
carpenter.
neither of them mentioned me.
Let's see if Bardolph's available.
No one did. They're like, meet who?
Back, are ya?
Just a
So it might
forge.
be.
Fine.
No scratches, alright?
Give me my new sword. My controller died again. Why? Why is my controller dying? It's plugged in. I don't get it. Like, come on, you're plugged in. Why are you dying? Midgar Storm. Rawr. Like, it seriously shouldn't be dying. You can see there in the corner that it says like, it's charging. So I don't know why it's disconnecting.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. You can thank me later.
Hunter's Armor Club. Do I don't have that, do I? No, because I need an Earthen Fury, meaning I need to fight Titan again for the materials if I want this thing. So for now...
My best work, but it'll do.
What do you have for sale?
Is it business or pleasure?
Pleasure. Oh, I can buy this.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Actually, I wanted the arm
Cannot
clothes.
find a
Can
better
I
price than that.
sell that other thing back?
Finished,
Damn it.
are you?
What do you need? Not saying fortune, do you?
Brothels are both business and pleasure. I bet. I still need the Earthen
Anything
Fury.
else?
Okay, never mind. Someday, maybe. Here.
Jill looked white as a sheet.
It's like, are they gonna make me plug in the PlayStation controller, the PlayStation 4 controller on this thing, so the PlayStation 5 controller can charge?
Do with a good oil in this, could? Should be enough to keep it. How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a
Hey
skilled
Turtwig,
carpenter.
how are you?
So naturally I
Welcome.
thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch
If you
them,
have
then
a
all of us
favorite,
sink into
if
the
a
mere.
favorite husbando
I'd
here,
gladly
Turtwig,
spare
you can
Mid
vote
all the
them. We're
time I
currently
have, but the sad
having
truth
husbando
is I ain't
wars.
got none.
If you like Joshua, you can vote for him with exclamation point Joshua, or exclamation point Dion,
It don't
exclamation
have to
point
be me,
Clive,
though,
or
does it?
exclamation point
What about
Sid.
that other fella?
The
You know,
husbando that
the one over
wins,
at Martha's
I'm gonna get a
Rest.
commission with.
Bernard, was it?
But
That's
how are you,
right.
Turtwig? Welcome.
And he's
Hope-
a friend of the cause.
Hope you
I'll
have
ask
been
Martha if she
well.
can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Martha, right? He said. Let's go and look for Martha. Going from the furthest to the closest, what are the names? There you have it. The one next to the edge is the one that has 5 boats, he's Sid. The one with 11, he's Clive. The one with 4 is Dion, and the one with 2 is Joshua.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the rest?
Main character is Clive. That one.
Home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha.
Do you know where I
Hold
might
up,
find
someone
him?
else voted for Joshua.
He
When
went
was
up to
that?
Cressy on
Earlier, it was
business.
Fergie.
No
Fergie
idea
voted
what
for
point. Place
for
is a
Joshua.
ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look from there then.
Why did you make why did I make you choose between Clive and Sid? Because it's Husbando Wars. Fergie is so based on poggers. Whee!
Naught but wild beasts this end. All their twisted
I didn't want to talk to you, person. Here, girl.
Let's go.
FBI agents watching those who voted for Joshua like sometimes the evidence. No, that's not true. From the picture that you see on the screen where Joshua's a kid, was it 13 plus 5? 18 years have passed. It's just there is no picture of Joshua grown up.
Time to fight.
Yeah, Joshua is currently like 20 something. Definitely legal. Yeah, it's like 20 something. Hey, I need your
The
services.
lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you know?
Who said you voted for him because you want to smash him? No one. Literally, no one said that.
Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I
Have you
couldn't ask a
played?
favour, could
Have
I?
you played?
Before we
Have
go?
you played or
course.
being kept up with this game, Third Week? Because if you're not, everything that we're
there's
currently doing,
Cressy,
it's gonna be a
where I grew
spoiler
up.
for you.
Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
well, thank you kindly. Take
Ew, Kasumi. Do I have my doggo with me? Yes, I do. Who's a good boy? Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you are a good boy. Thank you.
Fetch!
Good boy. Good boy. My controller died again. Lazy goes when it comes to Kasum. Like, let me get the PlayStation 4 controller. I'm tired of this thing disconnecting. One sec. I'm gonna freeze. Really? Thing? Can't use DualShock unless it's PlayStation 5. Really? Welcome back, Leiss. I mean, I never left. I'm like, why does it let me use this thing? My finger is moving in slow-mo? Oh. But you were busier. I mean, I was just plugging in the controller, but yeah. You only seen the first hour of the gameplay of this game. All you know is main character kills Joshua because mom is a psycho. Main character also goes around cheating other people's god like Team Rock and tries to steal Pokemon. He doesn't kill Joshua because he's a psycho. I mean, because the mom is a psycho. That's not the reason. No. Close enough, but not really, no. It's a little bit more complicated than that. I'm gonna try swapping the PlayStation 5 controller to the other USB slot, so I'm freezing again. Okay, hi. Let's see if this works now. Otherwise, I don't have a controller to play. We already done said Josh is in his 20s now. Yeah, 20 years dead. All you know that in this game you're a dominant is called dominant. You're gonna be upset if you don't get a harem of Why did it do that? You get no harem, only pain. You get a good boy, though. You get the best boy. Let's see if the controller does not die.
This shouldn't take long.
This shouldn't take long. Go fly. People find this game fun? Yes. It's actually pretty fun and good. Especially if you take into account we saw this guy, main character, naked, but naked ones.
This one. Stay down.
What?
Over here. This one. Over here. Fire and flame. You're finished.
Fire and flame. But naked, but was he with a girl? No, he was alone in a cell, actually. He was captured. with a man. True, Sid was there. There was another guy in there, in that cell. On his knees. But don't worry, he wasn't his type. He seriously wasn't. Yeah. Take them, Torgal!
Enough.
Enemy slain. Was there a scene that after the scene after Sid knocks him out after he kinda... Yes, exactly that. He was chained in jail and he was butt naked.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Masochism is quite popular, hence why people play like Elden Ring.
Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Oh, it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past. No matter how
Sid
nice it
gave
might
you
be.
emotions in
As
that
soon as I'm
scene?
done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's on to your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
Pretty as you are,
Don't you
you're
take care
not
of
my
Mid's
type.
little list?
Yep, that's what Sid said. I'm like, come on, Sid. Back to the hideaway. Going.
They said they'd
The
give us
Litlins
new
have been up to their
clothes.
old tricks again.
Someday I'll give you new clothes, girl. Whenever I finish the other side quest. Yeah.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
Hey, mate.
All
You
right,
remind
Clive?
me of
You all done
Ashley
then?
from Resident Evil 4
am.
way too much.
I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name
The
of
look,
Bernard
anyway.
is on his way
I don't
from
know
Arthur's
why.
Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Because blonde and probably the hairstyle. If you take off the braid, she will have a similar hairstyle to Ashley from Resident Evil 4 remake, I think.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
You're not my type implies that he has a type of guy he's into. Sid, the mighty bi icon. Will be. It's not this way, is it? No, it is. Go down the stairs, Clive.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Let her rest.
But she still needs her rest.
Yeah, let her rest, Clive.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Ah, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Why does he whisper when he talks?
You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my first time and I don't think
This
I can do it.
ASMR, I don't know
Afraid of
either.
What happens if I fail? You survived, I know, but here as many die as recover. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential, and we undergo it willingly.
I know. I still wish there was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
Fine.
Just tell me what you need.
Fine.
Go. Oh,
I'm just taking the side
thank
quests,
you.
but I'm not gonna
No
really
one
do
knows
them
her
right
blood
now.
like Talia, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find if
You
you know
see
where
it
to
from
look.
16, Daddy? Yes.
Unfortunately for
Duh.
you, I do.
Kind of obvious.
Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Do-do-do-do-do. She didn't say "Hey, Daddy," but Daddy. You can ask me, and she was like, "Yeah, he's Daddy.
What's everyone whispering about?
He's my daddy." Especially when Mid was young, she will have replied to that. Though honestly,
You have a
Mid does
moment, Sid?
looks like kind of the girl
Team of
that she
Cursebreakers
calls
has
her
gone
dad
missing in
daddy.
Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was attacked by goblins. A Cursebreaker managed to release a Stolas amid the
Slays daddy.
confusion.
Where?
This was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous, but I'm sure they're
What
fine.
did you do on Nagito's
What if I've
lab?
got them all killed?
Bal, you're too
Before
sleepy.
they
Go to
out, I
bed.
always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
Find them
I'll go
someday.
and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Thank you, Sid. And I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie. I can't tell you much more than that, I'm afraid.
Not the Dragon's
That should be enough
Eyrie.
to go on. If they were there, Torgor will track them down.
Do-do-do-do. I have took the side quests
Jill.
for later. Torgal! Torgal's into something akin to an Akon. You know what? Looking at him, he kind of looks like Fenrir. Fenrir is also an Akon, I guess. In the Final Fantasy universe. And Fenrir is some type of wolf-like Akon. So I guess
Looked white as a sheet
he
when
looks
they brought it
badass. He
back.
does. I just hope he doesn't end up turning to stone like Jill and Sid.
Clive
Clive, where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you
Doing
something about
chores.
Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Ah, told you it was Fenrir.
Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
That is true.
Quite.
He awakened his power to save Jill.
Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a frostwolf. It had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
Yeah, I knew the bark was coming.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health.
Things like for the
beast
headbutt.
has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
What? Find it with his nose
There you are!
buried in my nose.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
Yeah. That was funny. What Clive made it turn to stone? No. When the people that use magic in this world Earthquake use magic too much, they start turning into stone.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled.
What else was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna comment about the nuts, like, thing. I know that he meant his coconuts because coconuts it's just food like almonds, and that old guy has has a lot of coconuts just stored somewhere. That's what he meant, but still was funny how it was phrased. You better not be a furry or we're about to burn a heretic. Furry? You mean from 14? Or from where? Ginny, it was food too, but the actor knew what the heck he was saying when he said that. Most likely, yes. It was funny.
I think I'll wait till mid's away to take it off.
You're so sleep deprived you didn't even hear the joke. Go to sleep, B. The writers knew exactly what they're doing with that since they did, yes.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
You mean Clive, sexy voice. Clive like his talk like this because everyone likes ASMR, I guess. So, yeah.
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
Did he?
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute?
No, we don't.
We, have a guest.
A guest?
Guest?
For your trouble.
Oh, it's my uncle.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy!
What are you doing here?
For your favorite uncle is here!
Oh my gosh, the uncle. Your boy. He's certainly a lovely, lively old man, yes. Meanwhile, on the Holy Empire,
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
I know.
If they're willing to accept their
Hey,
fault in the
Dion.
matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Ew, that
Still,
kid.
We must insist on substantial.
I mean, the mom.
reparations.
Ew.
The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
And we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmex empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Dion looks angry.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments.
Dion's like, what?
The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred.
Oh my gosh, this
For
guy.
every home that burns, another can be built.
What is wrong with this
The
king?
Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
What?
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
What?
If that is your wish, your radiance, I shall depart at once.
Bet she's putting ideas on the king's head. Also, hi Ellie, how are you? Welcome.
Forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
Really?
So Annabella's tales were true.
Of course the queen had to put ideas on his head. Oh my gosh, I hate her so much. But what you were saying, no, Dion is not his kid. I mean, her kid. Dion is the first queen or late queen's kid. Yeah. Doing great, Ham. I'm pretty good myself, thank you, Ellie. I'm looking forward to see your cosplay. I know you're gonna use cosplay on you're gonna be on cosplay for the fan fest and that other I forgot the name of the other one. I'm looking forward to see it. Twin your foot, please kill her already. Yes, we should. You're working on it as we speak. Nice. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you get the place on the fan fest for the fan fest glamour thingy. I forgot the name, but the showcase. I hope you get it too. So we need some extensions on your wig. I know nothing about making a cosplay, so I admire every cosplayer like so much, especially when they do their own cosplays. So you will get the bluebird earrings if you do. It's pretty awesome. Wouldn't you put it past Annabella to kill the things first? The wife. I'm pretty sure she did. Yes, I actually agree with you, Val. They probably did that. That's probably why the uncle is like, no, I'm not staying there. I'm next. And he came here like, no, no, just no. You're poking the heck out of yourself. I can imagine. But it will be worth it.
Ah, my dear
Uncle.
nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly.
Please, come inside, Uncle.
You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
God, ow. This is what you mean. I was just repeating what he said. The music in the game is so good. It is, Ellie. Yes, I agree. Soken did a really good job.
South past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Yeah, show us.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts.
Will he grow new hands?
Would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert.
Saliford alert.
And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
We'll stake your life on it, not her life. Right.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canverward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
Uncle, I don't want you to
Glad for
die.
company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
And where we're
Well,
going.
but be quick about it, my boy.
I don't know.
Time waits for no man.
I don't know why. Sometimes I feel like Clive's voice reminds me a little bit of Wolverine sometimes. Sometimes. More side quests popping up. Popping up.